Hi, I'm Milken, a data analyst and AI enthusiast. Today, I will be walking you through a crypto analysis workflow that I have built, which combines real-time data, AI-powered predictions, and sentiment analysis to analyze the cryptocurrency markets. This is one of the several workflows that I have constructed, and I'm excited to show you how data analytics and AI can work together to make sense of the complex crypto landscape. Let's get started. First, I will be walking you through the presentation that explains how I automated crypto analysis workflow using multi-agent AI. Instead of manually jumping across websites, this system delivers a crypto analysis in just 30 seconds. The goal is very simple: speed, consistency, and better decision making using automation. Moving to the next slide. The problem with manual research is that we need at least 10 to 15 minutes per coin, specifically a cryptocurrency that we are talking about. We open multiple websites, copy numbers manually, use calculators to perform the indicators, and still risk human error. This process doesn't scale easily, and the result may vary according to the person who are performing the analysis. So this automated N8N workflow is very simple. The entire research process is automated end to end. Data is fetched, calculated, structured, and summarized automatically, all in under 30 seconds per cryptocurrency. This slide shows what is the exact architecture that I have used to build the agent. We have one coordinator or an orchestrator agent who coordinates the tasks between fundamental agent and technical agent. So one is going to focus only on fundamentals and the other is going to focus only on technical part, while the final output is a single unified report. What is the purpose of a fundamental analyst? The fundamental analyst or the agent focuses on market health and sentiment. It collects price, market cap, supply metrics, and relevant news according to that. This helps understand the long-term strength and risk of a crypto asset. Moving on to the technical analyst. The technical agent handles all price-based analysis. So it's like a calculator who calculates indicators such as RSI, SMA, ATR, and identifies the support and resistance levels. We have two bands, support and resistance bands. Based on this, it provides a short-term outlook such as bullish trend, bearish trend, or sideways. What is the benefit of it? Obviously, speed. Nearly 88% of the time is saved. Second is consistency. Every report follows the same structure. And it's scalable, cost efficient, and removes repetitive manual effort. Coming to the real world use case, this workflow can even be used for investing or team based reporting. It also supports alerts and watch list so that you are tracking the technical conditions automatically. Moving to the next slide. Data quality and trust. A concern or a serious problem which many of them will think of AI is the reliability of data. This system just uses the plain or the live web data, cross-verifies the sources, and clearly marks the missing data as unavailable. It avoids guessing or fabricating numbers, which many of them will tell as hallucination, ensuring trust in the output. Getting started. It's very simple. We need to install N8N, add our Gemini API key, import the workflows, which is in a JSON format, and run the crypto analysis. Within minutes, you can analyze any crypto asset just by typing its name. Moving on to ROI and impact. When scaled, the impact is massive. For every 1,000 analysis, this saves at least 166 hours of manual work. Also, the cost per analysis is just few cents or rupee, resulting in extremely high rate of impact. To summarize this workflow, it uses parallel AI agents, live data, and automation to deliver fast, reliable crypto insights. It's scalable, repeatable, and ideal for analysts, investors, and teams. Having discussed the outline of how this agent works, we will now look into what is the exact architecture of this workflow. It all starts with this chat message. This is the input that we are providing to the AI agent, which is then passed on to the actual AI agent, which is crypto analyst agent. It has three basic requirements. The first one is chat model, as you can see here. The second is the memory, and the third is the tool, which is the actual place that it has to perform some operations on. We are using Google Gemini chat model. So this is the basic configuration. You need to do some setup in the API account of Google AI Studio. After that, you are provided with some key, API key and the URL for it. After that, we need to configure a memory. This is a simple memory which N8N window is already having it. We can simply add it by using this plus icon and give a simple memory. We can add it over. We know that this crypto analyst acts as an orchestrator, meaning it communicates between fundamental analysts and technical analysts, delegates the work for them, and each analyst will be doing their own set of works. They will be passing the data later on to the crypto analyst. So the crypto analyst may be considered as like a manager in this case. So what makes this three agents different is what prompt it have and what operations does it do. For example, if I double click over here, you can see the system message, which is an optional one. You can see here options, and we have some prompt mentioned over here, which basically tells this AI agent what is your role in this particular workflow and what you are supposed to do. So you are providing a role for a particular agent. That is the requirement of the system message. So how can we make a system message? Simply you can use any LLM like ChatGPT or any of the LLMs and ask that you want to create a crypto agent where you need an orchestrator. The orchestrator should communicate between fundamental agent and technical agent and receive the inputs from them and provide a unified output. So this is the way how you can get a prompt from the ChatGPT and you can paste it. I have mentioned each and every details in the README file of my GitHub repo named AI agents. What is the requirement of each agent? Fundamental agent, technical agent, which is fundamental basically used for long-term analysis, technical used for short-term analysis, and orchestrator agent is like a communicator between these two. And we have the prompts for each and every agent. For example, orchestrator agent. It's mentioned that it calls both fundamental analyst and technical analyst, and this will be our string. What is the name of the cryptocurrency that we want to enter, and then what it needs to do. So fundamental, add these lines, similarly technical, and what is the return format. Now moving on to the fundamental analyst agent. So for that, we have a different prompt. Fundamental analyst agent will observe the long-term trend. So it's like market cap, 24 hours trading volume, what is the repository, GitHub repository commits that has recently been done, and what are the particular tasks that we want to provide, so that we can mention it over here. And technical analyst, you know that after you have the numerical data, we have to do some manual calculations which may require a calculator. So that is the purpose we have added a separate calculator tool in this analyst workflow. That is a technical analyst workflow. The reason why we have added the calculator is LLMs are not good at performing calculations. So this is some report that states the mathematical arithmetic ability of an LLM. LLMs are in the sense not trained to perform calculation, but for language related tasks. So since we get a lot of numerical data, we will be having the calculator tool. And here we have specifically mentioned in the prompt, use calculator for all math. So that will simply takes the calculator and do the math instead of depending upon the LLM. And it provides the few indicators or what are the things that we need to collect, and it will provide an output. For example, this is the input Bitcoin. We have entered a name of a cryptocurrency and we get some output like this. So it gives the overall analysis of a stock or a Bitcoin in the sense. Now we will check what is the difference. We know if we click the fundamental analyst, only the system message will differ, and if we click technical analyst, only the system message will differ. And all the chat models are same. For example, Google Gemini chat model 1, chat model 2. It's named to give us a distinction on what is the agent that is working fine and not working fine. Just to have a debugging part of it easier, they have provided a different name for the same chat models. And the purpose of Google search tool, that is the Gemini search tool, is to it need to scrape data from the web pages for fundamental analysis as well as for technical analysis. So that is the purpose of Gemini tool. Now we will compare what is the manual process and the automated process using N8N. In case if I want to do a manual calculation of a cryptocurrency, I need to visit at least 4 to 5 websites because each website is specialized in a particular set of data. For example, CoinGecko.com is specialized in the market cap and the volume. TradingView is specialized in charts and the indicators. If I go with the technicals, you can see RSI, relative strength index, SMA, simple moving average. So these are related to charts and indicators. Coin market cap is more related with the supply. What is the supply? How many units or currency was supplied and that is have been bought or sold. And coindesk.com, you can find the recent updates or the news for a specific bitcoins or any kind of cryptocurrency. For example, you can see BTC, ETH, you know the values here, but you can find the news of each and every cryptocurrency. What is the recent news for Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. So when making this analysis, we need to manually visit different websites, collect data from it, do a calculation, then actually decide upon whether you want to buy a cryptocurrency or not. But by the time you do all the calculations manually, the price of the cryptocurrency may either increase or decrease. It won't stay stagnant, right? So using this analysis, you will get a competitive edge by having the speed in which you can design. So that is the main advantage. Now what I'm going to do is I will open this chat and type Bitcoin, giving an enter. So you can see here what is the time of each agent running. Yeah. So a message was passed to the initial chat trigger. Crypto analyst was triggered initially. It has some memory and it has some chat model. It communicated with the technical analyst, which is performing few actions. And later on, it will trigger the fundamental analyst also, and that will also perform few actions. And you can see here the number of tokens over here, 736,076. So analyzing a cryptocurrency is not such easy task, and it needs a lot of input and output token, for which a normal Gemini chat model API is not able to do such calculation. We may need to upgrade the data by upgrading our Google API keys. So Google presently, as of now, that is on 2026, offering 300 US dollars as trial to test and explore the Google Cloud platform. You can utilize that in case if you are eligible for that, and let it do the fundamental analyst. But I will tell you the reason why we have 3 agents instead of 1. The main reason is, when you want a task to be performed by an agent, it performs nearly better or good. But when you make the agent to perform more than 1 or 2 tasks, then the output that we desire may not be achieved by it. That is the reason why we have one orchestrator agent and one fundamental and technical analysis. This is like delegation of tasks between each and every agent. And coming to N8N platform, N8N platform offers free trial, and you don't need to even give your credit card details, but you can have this limitation such as shared project, 5 concurrent executions, unlimited users, 50 workflow builder credits. For learning purpose, I would suggest you to explore with the starter pack. Then if needed, you can migrate it to the fuller version. And if I open the chat here, you can see a very detailed info, and you may be surprised that the timing is a little bit on the higher end. The reason is it's scraping multiple websites and providing you the detail. You can find here Bitcoin, what is the basic idea of this Bitcoin, and current price, supply, liquidity, volatility, developer activity, that is in the GitHub they are doing some activity, and community signals, sources. So this is basically a long-term trend. And you know what are the websites it has researched on? CoinGecko.com, CoinMarketCap, CryptoCompare, Reuters, Finance.yahoo.com. So it actually visited each and every website, gathered the data from there, does some calculation, and providing a consolidated output. Now we will move to the technical details. Undetermined technical outlook. And the last one was -1% returns in 7 days was this. SMB was not accessible because on the 50-day data it's not provided. RSI overbought than neutral with bearish divergence, and it's telling you the trend in how this Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency is performing. And here you can see upward trajectory surprising. So when you are from this particular field, you will better encourage what is the level of information that it has actually provided. And using this workflow, you are not going to have a manual work. You are going to have an entirely automated, and you can even add some indicators, thresholds to that, and you can have automated triggering as an option. For example, you want to trigger this every 1 hour, you can do that, or every 30 minutes, you can do that, and you can get the output in your own Telegram or WhatsApp, so that you know what is the update on that. If this is performing below or if this is performing above, you get notified of the updates. So this is the benefit of using this N8N agent for crypto analysis. After looking at the actual workflow, I would like to tell you the advantages of N8N or the automated workflow compared to the normal way. First, as mentioned, the time 10 to 15 minutes in normal process, whereas 30 seconds to 1 minute in the automated process. Data sources 5 to 6 separate data sources, whereas for N8N we have one single unified interface where we can get the consolidated output. Consistency, it varies in case of manual way, because we need to visit each websites and the format could be different. But for N8N, we get the same consistent format throughout. Technical indicators, we need to manually calculate using the calculator or Excel. However, for N8N, it's auto calculated. So these are the basic props that I can emphasize for N8N compared to the normal one. Why this N8N workflow is very important is cryptocurrency moves very fast. By the time you finish manual research, prices have changed. Inconsistent research process will be a red flag because that could result into a loss. Technical excellence, if I ask for a credible data, then Google Gemini Search is going to scrape live accurate data. And practical applications, we can use this to do a daily traders check, or investment committees or even crypto educators can use this to know what is the trend that they can expect from a cryptocurrency. When I consider this as a future proofing, we can easily add on metrics such as they are readily available, and we can integrate this with our existing tools. Also, we have a ability to scale this to monitor 1,000+ coins also if required. So this is a basic workflow, and even the same workflow can be used for stock market analysis or even for rupee dollar, rupee, any kind of currency appreciation or trade. So this is a multi-agent workflow that can be used for any specific use case that we want to make. Only change that we have to do is we need to change the prompt of each and every agent that we are going to deal upon. I'm happy to answer any of your queries. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.